Alright guys, so it's April 25th, 2020, and I'm out here at the farm. Right here we've got this big dead bulldozer, and I'm going to clean it off. So you see the way the vines are climbing all over that thing. My idea here is to plant some Rangoon creepers around it and have them climb on this bulldozer. So when it flowers, it basically covers this whole thing in flowers. So hopefully, instead of just having ugly weeds grow on this giant piece of junk, we can get it to actually create some beauty around this area. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it off, and we'll see what it looks like after I've got it all cleaned off. Okay, so it is May 2nd, 2020. It's a couple days later since the first clip, and I managed to clean some of it off, but I didn't clean as much as I should have. However, as you can see there, the vines are starting to die because I basically cut them off at the bottom. And I think that'll be sufficient enough for now. For everything else that's still alive, like what you see right here in between the bucket and the machine itself, and this little bit left up here, I'm not too worried about that. As a matter of fact, I might just leave that to kind of create a heat barrier, I guess you can say, between the machine, between the machine and the actual Rangoon creeper vine, because I don't want the heat that just sits there on the machine to hurt the plant in any way, because we all know it tends to get super hot when things have just been sitting in the sun all day, especially metal. So I might just leave some of this gunk still left on the machine, just so there's a barrier for the Rangoon creeper to kind of sit on while it crawls all over this machine. As you can see there, the root system of this Rangoon creeper is extremely dense. I mean, these roots are packed. So this plant has been trying to get going for a while. I mean, in comparison to the Rangoon creeper that I had planted properly, transplanted properly as well at home, I would expect the root system to look like this. So I want to go ahead and get this guy in the ground, get him watered, so that he can do his thing. All right, so it is May 5th, 2021, and it's been over a year since we've been back here to the Rangoon creeper. As you can see here, a lot has happened within a year. Right here in this box is some sugarcane, and it's been boxed off so that the hogs don't get to it. But you can see behind here is the bulldozer that I had the Rangoon creeper growing on. And here is the Rangoon creeper right now. So it is climbing up on this corner, although you still have a mixture of vines, the vines that I actually was getting off of it last year. I'm not too worried about it, because eventually it'll get to the point where the Rangoon creeper overpowers the vine and takes over the whole bulldozer. But I'm glad to see that it has made some really good progress as far as climbing. It looks like the kids were playing here and they damaged it a bit, but we'll take a look down here. The vines, the base of it has gotten a lot thicker. Here is one of the vines that is competing with the Rangoon creeper for the bulldozer, but I have no doubt that the Rangoon creeper is going to take over, because you can see how strong these vines are compared to these little things here. Although it can get to the point where these little guys here will smother it. So I'm probably just going to cut around the bottom along the bulldozer, the other vine that's climbing with it. But you can barely see up here the Rangoon creeper growing in with this clump of vines here. Like I said, it's been a year. This is the progress so far. It may not seem like much progress, but I'm actually really happy to see that it has come this far. And I know eventually it'll get to the point where the Rangoon creeper will completely take over this bulldozer. I may bring some more Rangoon creepers, because I have lots of them and I don't know what to do with them other than give them away or grow them all over the place. And I'll probably put one here, another one there, and maybe 2 or 3 on the other side, just so they can continue to do the same thing that this one is doing here. This Rangoon creeper hasn't started flowering yet, but I think it's only a matter of time before it gets to that point where it is going to want to flower. So we'll come back when that happens, and I'll show you what those flowers look like and how it looks on this bulldozer here. Hopefully it covers a lot more of the bulldozer before then, before it starts flowering, so that we can get a lot more flowers that we can see. This Rangoon creeper is doing well, and hopefully it continues to do just as good for another year or for the rest of its life. But that's all we got for this Rangoon creeper. We'll come back when we start seeing flowers. Thanks for watching, guys.